right here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you just the basic makeup of Shego. You can use this as like an everyday, well, not with all that white, but right here I'm just using a white type of powder that I used for like Halloween. You can find it whenever like Halloween comes around. It's the best time to get these type of makeups. So I went ahead and just pat it on the area so my face could look whiter, because Shigo's face, it's kind of greenish, whitish, but all I have is literally just the white, just the same thing I had for Jack Skellington. As you can see the difference on the shades, like compared of how white this side is and how tannish on the other side is. See, there it is. It's called face powder. And actually, you could use for anything. It's I don't use it a lot, but it will hog up for a lot of things, so you can use it. You want to make sure you get all your little spots there. It was a little hard to see with all the lighting that I had in front. So I was trying to cover as much as I can all the patches that I was noticing that I had, and just try to blend it in with patting it. So here I just thought might be a little bit easier just to use a brush that I would usually use for my foundation and everything like that. So see how it spreads a little bit better, and the patting. Patting takes a pretty long time. Here I'm using a little bit of a darker shade. It's for eyebrows. I try to find the darkest one there. And what I usually do first, this is what I usually do for my eyebrows every day actually. I shape my eyebrows around first before shading inside. Sorry, I had to get a closer mirror so I can actually see. But I'll show you guys in just a little bit. I want to do it on both sides. I haven't colored them in yet, but I like to shape them up first, both sides, before I go ahead and shade in the inner part. You want to make sure you don't shade it completely, like too dark, so it doesn't look so like rectangle. You want to kind of blend it in a little bit of what's already there. See, I just kind of blended it in a bit. All right, next thing is gonna be, I'm using Naked too. So, so I saw that the eyebrows wasn't as dark as that I wanted it, so I went ahead and just used black eyeshadow to darken it a little bit more in the center. It's already shaped up, so you just have to like put it in the center and just fill it up there. See how it looks a little bit darker? Because Shigo has black eyebrows. I didn't want to put it so defined, but she does have really, really dark eyebrows. So I went ahead and just used, you can use any type of eyeshadow that's black, and you can go ahead and just shade them in, just like that. Here I'm using a really light eyeshadow, um, and it's to do with like a highlight underneath the eyebrows. It actually makes your eyes pop a little bit. It's one of my favorite things to do, even every day. It's from Sex Bong. See, there's the lighter one that I have. And then it actually defines your eyebrows as well. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the green. And what I like to use when it comes to my lids or any type of color, I just dab. I dab it so that it can define the color better. Because if you just smear it back and forth, and that pamphlet that I have is not even that expensive. It's like an eBay one. So you definitely, if it's like a cheap makeup, go ahead and dab it better. Because if you just smear it back and forth, you're not going to get the color that you're looking for. See, I just keep dabbing it. I blow before just because of all those powders. You don't want it to fall all over your face. Even though it has fallen in my face too, I just try to clean it up throughout the way as well. Now with black, it's a little tricky because black is usually like the messiest thing. As you can see, like I always have to like clean underneath my eyes. But here I'm dabbing, and then you want to dab on the outer part so that that's darker and defined there. And then you want to go ahead and just use the same amount that you have there and just move it towards your nose, like inwards, so it can fade in. You don't want to put so much black all over, and then you're gonna look like a raccoon. All right, then you want to do the same thing on the other side. To be honest, I think black is like one of the hardest colors to actually do because that can get really messy. Now we're gonna go ahead and use an angle brush, and we're gonna go under. I usually like to do that type of look with different colors. There's different ways I like to mess with colors. But usually the under would bring out more of your eyes. See how it's like more defined, round. All right, now we're gonna go back to dabbing. So we're gonna go ahead and dab a little bit more. The reason why is because when you go ahead and apply the black or any type of dark color, sometimes they'll go over the lid and go over the color. So with that, it starts fading a little bit away. So you want to make sure you dab more colors so that it can go ahead and, you know, add that more green that you can see. Also, I'm using the same type of powder to my bottom lip because Shego only has a top lip. So I try to blend in a little bit of the bottom. It looks a little weird. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the same eyeliner that I used for my eyes. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. So that's for my eyes, but I use the same eyeliner to shape the lip. I'm sorry. So I usually stretch out my lid so I can go ahead and have that nice straight line, and then I'll start curving a little bit of a little wing. Then I'll let go of my skin, and then I'll start putting the shape into it. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the shape of the lip. She doesn't have any type of curve in the top, just like Kim Possible. It's like a round look. It's like a mustache. And we're gonna go ahead and use a Revlon color. It has a blue tint to it, but it's the darkest one that my sister had. It was the closest to black. And you only want to apply this on the top and make sure you go over your little M looking top of your lid to make that round look that they have. Trying to define it a little bit. There you go. All right, now here I'm gonna go ahead and use a concealer to go ahead and put onto my lips as well, so I can make it almost as like my skin color, or the color of like the paleness. Go ahead and just blend them in. And there you go. A little basic Shego look. All right, wait for it. Boom. And there you have it. Put a little bit of mascara. I didn't really put mascara as much because I already have lashes, but there you go. Hope you guys liked it. And if you want me to do more videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.